Yeah, a lot of people are not familiar with the story of Diapers.com. So I think it illustrates business, and it illustrates a variety of other different things where it comes into play. So Diapers.com.
This is a legendary episode, what, 2?
Yeah.
Might have been episode 2.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Startup company, internet, during the internet craze when everybody had the .com. And they had a unique business where they were actually shipping diapers to mothers. Very easy.
Yeah.
Diapers.com, but it was needed because, when you got to go to the grocery store to get diapers and it's a hassle and then you don't have enough. And so it's like they found the way to kind of circumvent that. And that's what they did. So, Mike, could we get the full screen on this, Mike? So what they did was start a company and they started making a lot of money. And Amazon caught note of it. Mm-hmm. And executives at Amazon sat down with the CEO of Diapers.com and offered them a buyout. They wanted to buy the company out. They saw that it could be very profitable for their situation, and they thought it was going to be big. And they did not like the offer that they were given, and they respectfully declined the buyout. Mm-hmm. And as a result, Amazon started to sell diapers direct, Amazon Prime, without charging them a cost, and they undercut them.
Yeah, discounted them 20% off.
They discounted it so much that Amazon actually started losing $100 million a month. They were losing $100 million a month on diapers, but they didn't really care about losing $100 million a month because the whole point was to bleed out the competition to the point where they could just bankrupt them, and that's exactly what they did. And Diapers.com went belly up, and then they brought Diapers.com for a much lower price than they originally offered them. And when they brought them, they fired every single person.
They dissolved the business.
Yep.
Yeah, no longer needed.
Mafia hit.
You know what? Thanks, guys. We'll take it from here. And goodbye to Diapers.com.
Good night. Long kiss, good night.
Yeah. And that is business.
Yeah. So that, in a nutshell, my friends, is a perfect case study of how ruthless business can be.
Absolutely.
And that's why you got to, if you better have money if you want to go to war.
Yeah.
You better have money. This is a promise. You know what they're coming for next, and you kind of alluded to it earlier. It sounded like it was funny, but yeah, you can buy a Hyundai on Amazon.com.
Okay.
Well,
and everyone thought
it starts with Hyundai, but you know what happens next? It becomes Ford, every automotive company, right?
Rivian, GM.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
What happens to Cars.com? What happens to Auto Trader? What happens to all these sites where that became their sole thing? Again, what's
the one with the vending machine?
Carvana.
Tough.
Right? Now, what do you do when they have the database that they have, right? When they're not looking at this as their main source of income. Again, AWS is the shining light. This is just another piece that they're adding to the business. You can't afford to lose money. They can. They might bleed you out again.
Big fan.
And they have a bigger customer database.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's why I always say everyone on earth is your competition. Everyone a lot of times looks and say, well, I'm doing X, Y, Z. What happened when Oprah infiltrates that space, or The Rock, or like I said, Cardi B? Cardi B is talking a lot about politics and people are always making fun. It's going to be funny until 8 years from now when she helps Mr. Beast win president. Okay. Amazon Web Services, 80 billion. Subscription, 32 billion. Third-party seller services, 117. Physical stores, 18. The car buying experience is not fun. And I know they have to think if they're bought from Carvana and have to drive 20 miles to get a car and have a bad experience, I have a history. Most people are purchasing from Amazon 14 to 29 times a year. And if people get comfortable, and it's funny now until you can get a G-Wagon in there.
It was, I mean, are we not accustomed to it now? People who have Teslas, they don't even go to a dealership. You build the car on your computer, and when it's ready, it's either shipped to you or you go pick it up. That's it. There is no human interaction. I build it, I buy it, I go get it.
Yep.
But imagine when they have the Rivian truck dropping it off to your house.
That's going to be insane. Going to be the only thing that I want them to improve upon is their margins. That's why I brought up that figure. And it's not the main business now on the healthcare side, but I think it can be. If I'm forecasting into 2033, American health is going to continue to decline. We talked about this before, the poison index. But if I can get those margins high enough, that at some point could help bolster AWS. And I know there's HIPAA violations and concerns about that, but where's all that data going to be stored? AWS. So if you can get a good enough margin, which the only weakness in their business is that Amazon is going to take off again like a rocket.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Rich get richer.
Oh, yeah. Thank you to Black Enterprise also.
Let me do this. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I need some fires in the chats right now. Fires in the chats right now.
Please.
Fires in the chats right now. This week, my brother, my best friend, was named to the Black Enterprise 40 under 40. I want to give a huge congratulations to Rashad Bilal.
Yes.
Well deserved. They should have had you on there 5 years prior to this, but I mean, better now than never.
Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. The most important thing in life is when you make a mistake, you correct the mistake.
Yes.
But on a serious note, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you to Black Enterprise. I definitely appreciate it. It's always good to, have some level of recognition. So
Black Enterprise, I'd like to give a speech on his behalf the night of, if you listen.
Fire. Long way to do. Fire photo too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It'll be physical cover. While we're talking.
Yeah, we got to make a new list for us, man.
I know. 50 under 50.
50 under 50.
Hey, you talking about ageism, man.
Somebody was like, why isn't Troy on this list? I'm like, he's not 40.
Yeah, I'm not
40.
Yo, it's crazy. We ran into, it was interesting. We ran into the gentleman, who we always talk about the story of how we met. So we ran into the gentleman who actually orchestrated that. Shout out to Tone, what up? Shay, what up? And he was talking about, he was like, yeah, Shotty was always the younger guy, man. He was a knucklehead. He don't listen to nobody. He want to fight everybody.
Ain't nothing changed.
I'm like, yeah, same. Yeah, he's still the same.
Just a little bit more grace. Me too. Knucklehead.
I'm like, yo, let me call him right now so you can tell him. And so he ended up calling him. It was a dope moment.
That's for sure.
Speaking of mistakes, Rashad, I sent this to you. I'm gonna have to walk back that Biden take. I don't know if speaking of accountability, I don't know if he's gonna have a chance to win. I saw the latest speech he gave.
Yo, he's looking crazy out here. He's with the Beyonce. Like, what's her name? He's looking so crazy out here. The fact that he's partying in Turkey. Look, with everything that's going on in the world right now, that is somebody should have skipped this year. The pardon. I know it's tradition. They do it every single year for Thanksgiving. This should have been the year they skipped it. I don't think that this is the best time to pardon a turkey.
What happened to that?
Yeah, it happened today.
I see it.
And he gave a whole speech and then he threw the Beyonce thing in to Taylor Swift. He forgot a name. It was bad. It was bad. It's one of these things. I'm sure Fox News will be running highlight reels forever. But
ad campaign.
No, I mean, at some point, look, I'm a person that actually experienced. My grandmother had Alzheimer's disease. My grandfather had Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And my other grandmother had Alzheimer's. Every one of my grandparents that I've ever known had Alzheimer's.
Wow.
So I'm extremely sensitive to people at later ages of life. So I don't want to make light of this, but I'm concerned.
Yeah, as well.
I mean, you reach a certain point in time where you're not able to function at a high level, and that's okay. Now you have to take life slower. This is why they have like nursing homes, and you start to just, you slow down in life. I don't know if running the world's most powerful country ever in history, the world's biggest economy, the world's strongest military. I'm not sure, man. And Trump's not that much younger, but I think he has more cognitive skills at this point in time. And I don't know. I don't know if 4 more years, it's going to be difficult. That's going to be difficult.
That takes him to 85.
I'm be honest with you. That's going to be difficult.
Who could step up and take the reins?
Kamala Harris. I think that she has to be put more out in the forefront. I would be more. I would be more comfortable with her than him. But I don't think that she's been put in the forefront enough. So I think that they have to put her more in the forefront, for sure. And he's already trying to. Gavin Newsom is. Joe Biden's crazy because Joe Biden has a vice president, and he's telling Gavin Newsom that he's going to be president. Just skip over her. skip over her.
The Chinese president to California. Had the dinner with them. Welcome to San Francisco.
There, and BlackRock and Blackstone. But listen, China needs us because they need, like, they've taken a hit too by not doing good business with us.
True.
And war is costly, and we need them. It is a symbiotic relationship. The big chess piece, once again, on the board is TSM. You need peace in order for things to remain stable, because if everyone is infighting, it's going to lead to a lot of disaster. So we need better leadership. I don't know. I think Xi Jinping is maybe in a position of a little bit more power, a little bit more leverage. But it was interesting to see Tim Cook, Blackstone
was there. Yep.